1/3 of all food produced globally goes to waste. This is a staggering statistic, representing a significant loss of resources and a major contributor to environmental problems. Food waste generates greenhouse gases, consumes vast amounts of water and land, and contributes to deforestation and biodiversity loss. It's a problem we can't ignore. The good news is that there's a simple, effective solution right at our fingertips: composting. Composting is nature's way of recycling organic matter, transforming food scraps and yard waste into a valuable resource for our gardens and our planet. By composting at home, we can significantly reduce our environmental footprint and contribute to a more sustainable future. Imagine a world where food waste is no longer a burden but a valuable resource. This is the vision we can achieve through composting. It's a simple act, yet it carries profound implications for our planet's health and the well-being of future generations. Composting is a natural process that mimics the decomposition cycle in nature. It involves the breakdown of organic matter by microorganisms, such as bacteria and fungi, in the presence of oxygen. These tiny creatures feed on the organic materials, breaking them down into simpler compounds and releasing nutrients back into the soil. The key to successful composting is to create an environment that supports the thriving of these microorganisms. This involves providing them with the right balance of carbon-rich materials such as dried leaves and twigs, and nitrogen-rich materials like food scraps and grass clipping. A well-balanced compost pile provides the microorganisms with the necessary nutrients and energy to carry out their decomposition work. Another crucial factor is moisture. Just like us, microorganisms need water to survive. A moist compost pile ensures that the microorganisms can thrive and effectively break down the organic matter. However, too much moisture can create an anaerobic environment, leading to unpleasant odors and slowing down the composting process. Finally, oxygen is essential for aerobic composting, which is the most efficient and odor-free method. Ensuring proper aeration by turning the compost pile regularly provides the microorganisms with the oxygen they need to thrive and efficiently decompose the organic matter. As microorganisms break down organic matter, they generate heat, which is a sign of a healthy and active compost pile. The temperature inside a compost pile can rise significantly, sometimes reaching up to 140 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. This heat plays a crucial role in killing harmful pathogens and weed seeds, ensuring that the final compost is safe and beneficial for your garden. The decomposition process involves a complex interplay of chemical reactions. Microorganisms secrete enzymes that break down complex organic compounds into simpler molecules. These molecules are further transformed through a series of metabolic processes, ultimately releasing nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are essential for plant growth. The end product of this intricate biological process is compost, a dark, crumbly material rich in nutrients and beneficial microorganisms. Compost acts as a natural fertilizer, improving soil structure, water retention, and nutrient content, leading to healthier and more productive plants. It also enhances the soil's ability to suppress plant diseases and pests, promoting a thriving ecosystem in your garden. Starting your own compost pile is easier than you might think. Choose a location in your backyard that is well drained and receives partial shade. You can use a simple compost bin, build your own compost pile, or even use a worm composting system for indoor composting. Begin by layering brown materials such as dried leaves, shredded paper, and twigs, with green materials like food scraps, grass clippings, and coffee grounds. Aim for a ratio of about 2 to 1, brown to green material. Chop larger pieces into smaller pieces to speed up the decomposition process. Keep the compost pile moist, like a wrung-out sponge. Water it regularly, especially during dry periods. Turn the pile every week or two to aerate it and ensure that all materials are decomposing evenly. A well-maintained compost pile will decompose within a few months, depending on the materials used and the environmental conditions. While composting is a relatively simple process, you may encounter some common issues along the way. If your compost pile is too wet and smells bad, add more brown materials and turn it more frequently to improve aeration. If it's too dry, add water and mix it thoroughly. If your compost pile isn't heating up, it may be lacking nitrogen. Add more green materials such as grass clippings or food scraps to boost nitrogen levels and stimulate microbial activity. If you notice a lot of fruit flies, cover the food scraps with a layer of brown materials to deter them. Remember, composting is a natural process and requires patience. It may take some time for your compost to fully mature. Observe your compost pile, adjust the conditions as needed, and trust the process of decomposition. Compost offers a wealth of benefits for your garden and the environment. It acts as a natural fertilizer, providing essential nutrients to your plants and promoting healthy growth. Compost improves soil structure, enhancing its ability to retain water and nutrients, which is crucial for plant health. By adding compost to your garden, you can reduce your reliance on synthetic fertilizers, which can have negative environmental impacts. Compost also helps suppress plant diseases and pests by promoting a diverse and balanced microbial community in the soil. Furthermore, composting reduces the amount of organic waste going to landfills where it generates methane, a potent greenhouse gas. By diverting food scraps and yard waste from landfills, we can significantly reduce our environmental footprint and contribute to a more sustainable future. Once your compost is fully matured, it's ready to be used in your garden. You can spread a layer of compost on top of your soil as a natural mulch, which helps retain moisture, suppress weeds, and gradually release nutrients into the soil. Mix compost into your garden beds before planting to improve soil structure, drainage, and nutrient content. You can also use compost to create a nutrient-rich potting mix for your container plants. Compost tea, a liquid extract of compost, can be used as a natural fertilizer and soil conditioner. Simply soak a bag of compost in water for a few days, then dilute the resulting liquid and apply it to your plants. Composting isn't limited to backyard gardens. Community composting initiatives are gaining momentum worldwide, offering a collaborative approach to waste management and resource recovery. These initiatives involve collecting food scraps and yard waste from households, businesses, and institutions and composting them on a larger scale. Community composting facilities provide a valuable service by diverting large volumes of organic waste from landfills, generating high-quality compost that can be used in local gardens, parks, and agricultural fields. These initiatives also offer educational opportunities, engaging communities in the importance of composting and promoting environmental stewardship. By supporting community composting programs, we can contribute to a more sustainable and resilient food system, reducing our reliance on landfills and promoting the circular economy. Composting may seem like a small act, but its impact on the environment is significant. By diverting our food scraps and yard waste from landfills, we can reduce greenhouse gas emissions, conserve resources, and promote a healthier planet. Every handful of food scraps we compost represents a step towards a more sustainable future. It's a tangible way to reduce our ecological footprint and contribute to the well-being of our planet. Composting is a powerful reminder that we have the power to make a difference. It empowers us to take responsibility for our waste and transform it into a valuable resource. It's an act of environmental stewardship that benefits our gardens, our communities, and our planet. Embracing composting is more than just a gardening technique. It's a commitment to a more sustainable future. It's about recognizing the value of resources, minimizing waste, and actively participating in the cycle of nature. Join the growing movement of composters worldwide and experience the transformative power of this simple yet profound act. Start your own compost pile, support community composting initiatives, and spread the word about the benefits of composting. Together, we can create a world where food waste is no longer a problem, but a valuable resource that nourishes our gardens, our communities, and our planet. Let's make composting a cornerstone of a more sustainable and resilient future.